Do modern oceans truly hold the deadliest predators Earth has ever produced? Or are we living in the aftermath of a far more brutal age? The great white shark stands at the top of today's seas. Fast, precise, feared. But in the deep past, it would not have ruled. It would have survived. Long before whales and sharks, the oceans belonged to something else. Creatures built for dominance, violence, and total control of their world. Their bodies dwarfed anything alive today. Their attacks reshaped entire food chains. Their presence turned the seas into hunting grounds where escape was rare. This is not a story of modern predators. This is a descent into an ocean where survival meant size, force, and relentless aggression. The oceans of today, while beautiful and teeming with life, are tranquil compared to the turbulent waters of the Cretaceous period. Ancient seas were a battleground, a kingdom reigned over by reptiles of staggering size and ferocity. These were not dinosaurs, but a unique and terrifying class of marine predators that evolved to dominate the aquatic realm. Their size, power, and aggression dwarf anything alive in our oceans today. Let's journey back 80 million years and meet the undisputed king of this savage world. Behold the Mosasaurus. This was not just a predator, it was the absolute apex of the marine food chain. Stretching up to 18 meters in length, longer than a city bus, the Mosasaurus was a creature of immense power. Its massive, elongated body, propelled by a broad, powerful tail, could generate terrifying bursts of speed, ambushing its prey from the murky depths. Its skull, loosely hinged like a snake's, allowed it to swallow enormous prey whole. Inside those colossal jaws was a second set of teeth on its palate, the pterygoid teeth, ensuring that anything it caught had absolutely no chance of escape. This was a hypercarnivore, a hunter of other giant predators. Plesiosaurs, giant turtles, and even other smaller mosasaurs were all on its menu. When a mosasaurus was on the hunt, the very ocean seemed to hold its breath. It was the ultimate expression of predatory evolution in the sea, a true sea dragon whose rule was absolute and unchallenged. There was nothing it couldn't hunt and nowhere its prey could hide. Now, let's surface and return to the present day to meet the modern king of the ocean, the great white shark. A masterpiece of evolution, the great white is a marvel of predatory efficiency. Its torpedo-shaped body is built for speed and stealth, allowing it to glide effortlessly through the water before launching a devastating surprise attack from below. With rows of serrated, razor-sharp teeth, it can inflict catastrophic damage, expertly targeting the fatty-rich blubber of seals and sea lions. The great white is an intelligent and calculated hunter, a creature that has honed its skills over millions of years to become the top predator of our time. It is a symbol of power and a crucial regulator of marine ecosystems. We rightly fear and respect its capabilities. It is the reigning monarch of today's seas, a perfect blend of speed, power, and sensory prowess. But how does this modern champion truly measure up against the tyrants of the prehistoric ocean? When we place these two apex predators side by side, the sheer disparity in scale becomes breathtakingly clear. A large great white shark might reach 6 meters in length. The Mosasaurus, at 18 meters, with 3 times as long and exponentially heavier, weighing upwards of 15 tons. This isn't just a difference in size, it's a fundamental difference in power class. Imagine the bite force. A great white shark's bite is formidable, but the Mosasaurus's jaws, filled with thick, conical teeth designed for crushing bone and tearing through thick armor, delivered a force that was orders of magnitude greater. An attack from a great white is a high-speed strike. An attack from a Mosasaurus was a cataclysmic event, an act of overwhelming brute force destruction. In a direct confrontation, the great white, for all its modern perfection, would be utterly outmatched. The Mosasaurus wasn't just a larger predator, it occupied a completely different ecological tier, one that simply does not exist in the oceans of today. It was a true monster. But the prehistoric oceans weren't just about brute force. They were also home to hunters who mastered a different strategy: relentless, long-distance pursuit. Meet the Plesiosaurus. With its distinctively long neck, small head, and broad, turtle-like body, the Plesiosaurus was an endurance hunter. It wasn't built for explosive sprints like the Mosasaurus. Instead, its design was optimized for sustained, efficient movement through the water. It possessed two pairs of powerful wing-like flippers. Scientists believe it used a unique underwater flight motion, coordinating all four flippers to fly through the water with incredible grace and stamina. This hydrodynamic efficiency allowed it to cover vast distances in search of schools of fish and cephalopods. Its long, flexible neck acted like a fishing rod, able to dart out in any direction to snatch unsuspecting prey without having to change the course of its large body. The Plesiosaurus was the master of the open water chase, a persistent predator that could outlast its quarry over long, grueling hunts. In our modern oceans, we see echoes of this aquatic lifestyle, but on a much smaller and less specialized scale. Consider the seal. Agile, intelligent, and beautifully adapted to a semi-aquatic life, the seal is an efficient swimmer and a skilled hunter in its own right. Using its hind flippers for propulsion and its front flippers for steering, a seal can maneuver with remarkable speed and agility, twisting and turning to catch fast-moving fish and squid. They are social animals, adapted to hunting smaller prey in coastal areas and the open sea. Seals are a success story of marine mammal evolution, clever and capable survivors in today's oceans. They represent a form of hydrodynamic efficiency that thrives in the current marine environment, an environment with different pressures and different prey than the world of the Plesiosaurus. They are perfectly suited for their role, but their world is a far less perilous one. Let's compare the mechanics of their movement. A seal's swimming is powerful and effective, but it's primarily driven by its rear half. The Plesiosaurus engaged its entire body in propulsion. Its four-flipper system provided not just power, but also exceptional stability and control in the open ocean. Imagine a modern naval submarine, stable and unwavering on its course. That was the Plesiosaurus. This design gave it a significant advantage in endurance. While a seal needs to rest on land or ice, the Plesiosaurus was fully aquatic, born in the water and spending its entire life there. Its body was a living vessel, built for perpetual motion across the vast, featureless plains of the prehistoric sea. In a long-distance pursuit, the Plesiosaurus's specialized anatomy would have allowed it to simply outlast nearly any other creature, a slow but inevitable force of nature. Its design was a testament to the unique challenges and opportunities of its time. So, what could we conclude from this journey into the deep past? The story of marine dominance is one of profound change. The titans of the Mesozoic era, the Mosasaurs and Plesiosaurs, represented a peak of reptilian power in the oceans that has never been equaled. Their sheer size and the ferocity of their world created a predatory dynamic far more extreme than what we see today. The extinction event that wiped them out paved the way for new rulers like the great white shark to rise. These modern predators are more specialized, more efficient in some ways, but they operate on a fundamentally smaller scale. The era of the true sea monsters has passed. As we look out over our own oceans, we can appreciate the incredible predators that call them home, but we must also acknowledge a humbling truth. The greatest, most powerful hunters to ever swim the Earth's oceans are gone, and the sheer raw power of the prehistoric seas they commanded remains unmatched in the epic history of life on our planet. Thanks for watching. If you found this journey into the past as fascinating as we did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more dives into the world's greatest mysteries.